What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens episode review. Today, guys, we're going to be going over episode 20 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. Now, before we get into the review, I do want to say that I finally got my mic. I mean, it came in, I believe, Friday, so now hopefully the audio sounds a lot better and not really echoey that much, so I'm very happy for that. Also, I'm very excited for this week because this is going to be probably the first time in either a while or ever that I'm almost going to do a full week of just videos. This week is going to be jam-packed with videos. I got the review, which you should be seeing on Monday. I'm currently recording this at 8 o'clock on Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna have some busy. I'm gonna have a busy night tonight because I'm gonna be recording the other 5. I'm not gonna do. Well, I'll talk about that in just a second because this is gonna be a long intro because this is going to be more for you guys, so I do want to kind of explain that a little bit going on. But we have the review that we're going to be doing. I'm going to do the summary / preview analysis I already do. I'm going to do my episode ranking and my duel ranking for episodes 10 through 20. If you guys don't remember that series, it was a series that I did where I go over the first 10 episodes of the series and I rank their episodes in one video, like the whole episode in general, and then I rank the duels that were from those 10 episodes. This one will be 11 because I did 9 last time because of the whole hiatus going back onto things, and that's what that whole situation was. I'm also going to be doing 2 more Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG OCG videos. One has to do with Spectre and the other one has to do with Kite from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Now, this is where I want you guys to kind of help me out a little bit. I want to try to make this a full week if possible. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm happy with 6. The fact that I was able to get enough time to be able to make 6, it already makes me happy. But I want to get more involved in you guys, and I want to get content that you would like to see. So what I want you guys to do as well, and this would help so much, in the comments section below, I want you guys to give me a video topic that you would like me to do. And it can be for anything, preferably the anime and the manga. I'm not really focusing on anything with the video games or any kind of, or like the actual TCG, OCG. I'm not really worried about that stuff right now. I'm not doing much of anything on it. I guess you can say if it refers to the anime and you're talking about the TCG, then maybe I'll kind of look into it a little bit more. But if you guys can do that, I want you guys to, in the description, type in hashtag VI or hashtag VT with a colon right beside it with your video idea. And what I'll do is I'll try to make a video on that if it is capable of me doing it. It could be a theory, it can be just a discussion of something, preferably not a review or something that's going to take a very long time, like if you asked me to review like the 5Ds manga or something like that. That's already something I'm going to do. I'm not going to do that, so try to do it to where I can just do it in one video. That would be really, really awesome, and it gets you guys more content that you guys would like to enjoy. So if you want to participate in that, I would really appreciate it. If you don't and you just want to watch whatever I post on here, then enjoy with the video and let's get into the episode review. So if you want to type in your video idea, just use that hashtag VI or VT. And without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. Man, that was a long intro, but anyway, so what did I think of this episode? I enjoyed this episode. I did not think this was going to be an episode that would really click with me because Yugioh hasn't been a character that clicked with me at all in the series. When we first saw him, I was not really interested in him at all. And Mimi was on the if side because we didn't see much of her. But the whole dynamic of this episode was just phenomenal, and I really did love this episode a lot. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. It starts out pretty interesting. Mimi is still kind of trying to contemplate how is she going to be able to stop Yuga and his friends from being able to get to Neil, or just to stop Goha in general, like the Goha Corporation, because she's still in that mindset where, like, she wants to be able to get rid of Rush Jewels, but she also doesn't. You remember, she's been having that inner turmoil with herself, and in this episode, we kind of see a little bit of her struggles, kind of as a mother, as long as Yugioh, because after the intro plays, we see Yugioh talking to his teacher, and he wasn't able to fill out assignments because one of his assignments was what was your dream? What do you want to do when you grow up? But Yoshio actually doesn't, which I think what I like about that concept, because that is a major driving for Yoshio in this episode. But what I like about it is that, I feel like some people can relate to that, because when you really think about it, some people don't know what they're going to do when they grow up. I mean, some people normally look at it in high school, but that might not be the thing that they want to do. And they really just don't know what to do. I guess they don't know what they want to do when they get older. And I think showing that with Yoshio, and he doesn't know what his dream is going to be, I think that can relate to a lot of people in the real life world. And it made me respect Yoshio a lot as a character. And his mom does kind of notice that when she was trying to sneak back to the school. In fact, Yoshio ends up meeting with Rook, because him and Rook are good buddies now after they dueled, and he was trying to get advice from Luke, which I don't know why you would get it from him, but okay. And basically he says, like classic Yu-Gi-Oh, the way you're going to be able to find your path is through dueling. And that's when you see a couple of scenes where it's just like a road just ready for Yoshio to like do his dream and stuff. And then that's when the crew actually gets sent back down underground, and this is when when the group runs into number 6, which is Mimi, and she says that she is the next opponent as she asks Neil if she can participate in this duel. And Yuga and Co were kind of arguing about it. In fact, they actually did a classic old rock, paper, scissors to settle everything, because that is the best way to do it. Everyone chooses scissors, and surprisingly, Yoshio goes for the rock and gets the opportunity to duel with them. And they didn't know that. At first, they were kind of a little bit hesitant. Also, Yuga. Every episode, Yuga shows how smart this kid is, because he's like, so it's her. And they were like, who are you talking about? And Yuga just basically knows already that it's Mimi. I don't know how he doesn't tell already before, but hey, you know what? Plot convenience, how about that? But Yoshio volunteers. He says, like, this duel will be able to help me find my dream of what I want to do. They oblige, and it goes into Yoshio versus Mimi. And this duel, I will say, though, after the end result happened, I will say I was very disappointed. And I'll kind of explain it when I get closer to the end of this duel. But there was a thing at first I did not like, and this is when I was actually watching the episode live unsubbed. When I watched it, I was like, okay, this is going to be an issue, isn't it? Because, well, you know what? Let's talk about the duel first. The dueling action, I actually did not mind that. I think it was a pretty cool duel. You had like this kind of like 1960s kind of era, this like kind of party kind of area versus this apocalyptic world kind of thing. Like if there was like Attack on Titan versus some I don't know, some hip hop anime. I don't really know. Anime was the first thing, and I didn't really know of a thing for Mimi. But anyway, the dueling action was great. We didn't see any new cards from Mimi, which kind of was a little bit sad. I mean, I don't think she had any new cards, but I think it would still be cool. We got to see Diane Keto, the Gold Digging Master, again, which was pretty cool. I do like Diane Keto. Also, she did summon 2 new horse monsters. I didn't get the I couldn't find the card that it was related to, because if you don't know Mimi's deck already, her deck is more focused on older cards from like the older series, but more like more young, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And those cards were interesting. I think like the one was able to gain 500 life points, and she like ate some food, while the other one was, I believe, she gained life points equal to the total amount of monsters on their field times. I can't remember what the actual light point, or the light point she gained, but it was something to do with that. It was some kind of effect like that. Yoshio takes his turn, he activates his field spell, and we get to see I forgot all about Yoshio's deck, I'm not gonna lie. Just the animals just riding on motorcycles and stuff. He even summons the Kong monster. I did not even look up his deck at all. I think I did in the episode 8 review, but I just don't remember it. I was kind of more infatuated with Draganic Slayer, to be completely honest, but he does it, and there is a lot of back and forth. We kind of do learn how Mimi kind of is in this situation, how she feels like She's like this working warrior at Goa. You know, she has to go to work every single day. She has to go and do hard labor at work, then comes home to take care of a kid. And I feel like any parent can relate to this. Now, I'm not actually a parent myself. The only thing I really have to like take care of was my two dogs. I actually have two dogs that I take care of. I feed, water them, take them out. You know, just the normal dog stuff you would do. And I couldn't bear to understand that. Like, that made me respect Mimi a lot more. To kind of understand how she kind of feels with her having to work at Goha and taking care of Yoshio, and that she was doing this for him, and that's why I like the concept of it was that Mimi was doing this for Yoshio, where Yoshio was actually doing it for Mimi, and Yoshio does explain it on his turn. In fact, he goes back in that suit, which I don't know why he has to keep going in the suit. I mean, maybe that's why I didn't like it. I don't know, but he actually does lose his suit when his life points drop all the way down to 100, and he gets back up telling like he was never gonna give up. If he gives up, how is he gonna be able to find his dream and stuff like that? Rook cheering him on, and he summons his new ace monster. Which, God, I love that ace monster so much. It was like this lion driving like two cars with like a big old seat in the middle. It was just so cool. I do remember its effect. If it destroys two monsters on the field, I think it can wipe. No, 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 no. I think what it can do is if he destroys two monsters on the field, no other monsters can attack. But I think it made it where he can inflict. It was either piercing damage or he was able to flip the monsters back and attack. I can't remember specifically, but he was able to attack all of Mimi's monsters with that. He kind of talks about how, like, you know, he does this all for his mom. You know, he kind of says the same thing Mimi does. She gets up at work every day and she makes her time to make his favorite Neapolitan spaghetti. And yes, I finally got the name of that spaghetti. I remember when I did the episode 8 review, I didn't actually remember what the card, or not the card, what the meal was, because I was just so confused on what in the world was going on in that episode. But Yoshio goes and actually wins the duel against Mimi, which I will say, this is the first duel where I was actually very shocked at the results. You know, Yuga and Roa is probably like up there because I didn't know it was going to win, but it kind of made sense with Yuga winning the duel because he has to keep rush duels. It wouldn't make sense why he would give it to Roa unless there was some mini arc down the line, but that duel made sense. Honestly, every duel has made sense. I was very shocked. This was the first one I thought I was 90% sure Mimi was going to win this duel, and I was wrong. Yoshio won the duel. He pulled it out. In fact, he collapses at the end, and the big reveal that Mimi was a Goha spy was shown in this episode, as her mask actually cracked after that last attack, pops it up. Everyone is like, oh, so it was Mimi, and Rook's just freaking out. It's like, so you're the Goha spy? What? I mean, come on. And she just tells him to shut up, but, and then they also find out that she's a mother, which they did not expect at all. I don't even. I think Yuga was surprised as well when that ended up happening. But this is where I really did like this episode a lot. At first, after the duel kind of was concluded, I was kind of upset because, you know, Neo right now, or at that point before this little twist happened, he was 0-5 at this point. And at first I was really afraid, and I think I explained this in the episode 20 summary, is because he'd be at 0-5 right now. Why are you making him lose so many times? Because if they just go the entire thing without getting a penalty, what's the point of this? This whole arc was meaningless then. Because unless you're going to make Neil do everything, which honestly, I don't like villains that just have to do everything. That, or they wait until the last second, duel once, and then it duels again. Those villains I don't really accept because it doesn't make sense. Like Rex Goodwin, I think he was a good character, but I wish he did more than just wait into the final duel to actually duel, basically. They actually do something important, but we just find out, oh, I'm the final Dark Signer. So, yeah. But the twist of this episode is that Yuga and Ko still got the penalty. When that happened, I flew out of my chair. I was so stunned. I didn't understand what in the world was going on. But Neil had this one no matter whoever lost. Because technically, from Neil's standpoint, technically Mimi was still part of Team Yuga's group. Apparently, based off some like data from her, it confirmed that she was a part of Yuga's group instead of Goa's group, which I honestly don't know how that in the world that would work, because you would think she would be more with Gohan because she actually works there than Team Yuga, unless she's spent way more time because she works there, unless she just never dueled. And this is talking about like her dueling record, I guess. That means she dueled more times against the main protagonist. Her only duel, I guess, is the main protagonist, I guess, but they all end up getting the penalty. And it's not just like Yuga and Roa, because technically Roa was a part of this. Bakuro, Mensaburo, Khan. I don't know if Yoshio got it. I don't think we saw him, but Yoshio got it. Like, and even Mimi got it. Everyone that was part of Yuga's team got a penalty, and I really did like that. At first, again, I said I was upset that Yoshio won because of the fact that, you know, it looked like he was at a disadvantage, but no. I'm very glad that this actually happened now. I didn't think this would be a route they went. I thought they would just say like, oh, Yoshio just won, now the next person, which we do know who's dueling in the next episode. And now I can still say that maybe my theory can come true. If you guys watched the episode 20 summary, if you haven't, go and check that out and see. Well, I said Mimi was going to win that duel, so don't worry about the prediction. But there was a little mini theory that I made in that video, and it's still possible. Obviously, Yoshio can't be a part of that anymore, but maybe that means the other characters that I said can still possibly lose, and that's how they get their 5. Because they would have to get 5, right? I mean, to make it more intense in the series, they have to have 5, because they know, like, oh, shoot, these characters cannot mess around. Obviously, that means, oh, they're going to win, they're not going to get the 6th penalty. Or make it 4, because you never know. Are they going to get that 5th penalty or not? I think that can even work as well, but we're going to have to see going on. And then they end up leaving with the 1 penalty. Mimi takes Yoshio back home. He gives Rook a ticket to a ramen restaurant. That way, he wouldn't tell Yoshio that the Gohan member, what the person he dueled was Mimi. So, yeah, and I know that ticket has to be something to do with the next episode. I would be very surprised if that ticket has nothing to do with what's going to go happening in the next episode. But guys, that's going to be it. I thought this was a fantastic episode. I really did enjoy that, surprisingly. And this episode also made me honestly respect Yoshi a lot more. I don't think he's still top 5. I think I see a little bit more. I want to see what his dream is now, because this show is trying to make me get to love these characters more, because honestly, I didn't like the other characters before, and the only characters I said I liked was the main 4, Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, and Roman, and Roa. Those were the only characters. Oh, and Neil, obviously. I really did care about Neil a lot. I want to learn a little bit more about him, which we still have not learned, which is a little disappointed. Maybe we'll get it soon, maybe in episode 22. I don't think in episode 21 there is going to be anything that I remember reading it. I briefly read it just to see who in the world is dueling, and these duels get weirder and weirder. Jeez. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys' thoughts in the comment section below, along with your video ideas. Again, if you want to suggest a video idea that I should do on this channel, please put in the hashtag VI or VT. I don't need to explain it 100 times, but make sure you leave that down and let me know what your whole thoughts on the episode, because this week is going to be very exciting. I can't wait to see what happens going further down the line with Yuga and his co. Are they going to get more penalties or not? We'll have to see, but that is going to be it, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care and have yourselves a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.